All right, let's talk about why self improvement is a scam. And let's put it this way, why I believe self improvement is a scam. Take whatever you with a pinch of salt, but this is my own opinion and this is what worked for me. Because I'm not going to pitch you a new method of, oh, this is what you should do and this is what you're going to be successful. Nah. But I'm going to break it down logically to why I don't fully believe that self improvement is the best method to leveling up as an individual. And most cases, why you have found yourself in a rabbit hole whereby you're running around in circles. Yes, you're reading books. Yes, you're working out, but your life hasn't really changed, haven't it? Because advice like drink water, hit the gym is like, we all know we should do that. But let's get into it. Here's what we're gonna cover: why traditional self-improvement is a scam. Don't get angry, guys. I know that it's been part of your identity from seeing Iman and Hamza, and I have no hate for them. I've learned a lot from those guys, but this is my opinion, and this is what worked for me personally. The second thing is gonna be the psychological trap of self-love and why it's actually holding you back, whereby some kids is like they want self-improvement and then they plateau and then they get into vaping, drinking, smoking weed, all that. The next thing is gonna be how to set meaningful goals so that you can actually level up, and how external goals is actually the key to progress and how it's helped me level up in my goals, and how it's helped me level up in my goals. The role of self identity and consciousness in shaping your behavior, and why true change comes from beyond the self. Let's get into it. First thing, traditional self improvement is a scam. Like, I get it. Read books, drink more water, hit the gym. Things that, if you even want to survive in this game, you should be doing. And the difference between me and you is not that I don't do these things. Like, I don't read, I don't hit the gym. Like, cold showers and all that is, for me personally, is a bunch of nonsense. If you need discipline, like the discipline of cold showers, I get it if you're 14, 15, because I was 14, 15 doing that. But at this age, come on. Come on, like, come on. Yeah, my boy. Like 5 a.m. club, if you prefer waking up at 5 a.m., that's okay. But if you're doing it because some wholeheartedly discipline, if you are from rock bottom and you're just getting started out, it's okay. I get it. You need to set that foundation of, hey, can you stick to a routine? Can you be disciplined? And can you focus and consistently do things? But if you're just been doing this for a year and you still wake up at 5 a.m., you fell off and you've come back and you wake up at 5 a.m., and then it's like, yeah, I've achieved whatever. It's mental masturbation at this point. You should understand that. Because number one, waking up early is not going to make you rich. Waking up at a time whereby it's peaceful so that you can get the most work done is what's going to make you rich. Being able to focus in that time is what's going to make you rich. But I can wake up at 9 o'clock. I can wake up at 12 o'clock, walk out, have a coffee at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, do whatever. And then as soon as it's like 3, 4 o'clock, and for me, my life is structured in a funny way. Most people, like, everybody's coming home from 3 o'clock, brothers and sisters from school, parents from work. For me, yes, it's the same case, but it's quiet. Like, some reason it's just quiet that they just want to relax and it's peaceful. So I can work actually. Like, it's quiet and I can work and nobody bothers me. But back to the thing. The problem with traditional self improvement is that it's all surface level and it's not dealing really with the internal problem, because the real problem is internal. In everything that I've realized, that from talking to women to making money to fitness to whatever the case is, everybody that I look at that plateaus or whatever I plateau in whatever system, or look at me saying system, whatever endeavor that I pursue or whatever goal that I want to achieve, is that it's all an internal problem if I usually never achieve it. Because it's either I don't really think that I can do it. Let's put an example. I have never really struggled with women, but I get most people struggle with it. But most people, I have a friend who struggles really with it. And I looked at him and he was like, this beautiful girl, friendly as hell, doesn't like, she's beautiful and she's friendly as hell. But he had this belief that he doesn't deserve. He had this belief like she's out of reach, out of the league. For me, out of my league is more of a, hey, your dad was a billionaire and I can't afford to fund your base lifestyle. That's when I say you're out of my reach for now. For now. I don't care if you're a model and you're super pretty or whatever. Looks don't really tell me that you're out of my reach. Like I understand what tells me you're out of my reach is the baseline that I need to be at to not maintain your lifestyle, but catch up. I don't want to be in the person who's like, yo, I'm flying economy and you're used to first class. Like that's when you should be like, okay, yeah, she's out of my league for now. But then you have to understand it's more deeper psychological issues that keep you stuck in a cycle of temporary highs and inevitable lows. Hence why you climb up, you feel good, and then you fall off self improvement. And then the cycle repeats and repeats, and it's been years and you've been stuck in the same place. Next, the psychological trap of self love and why it's holding you back. Look, self love, I get it, but the self love, the way most people mention it, is like, oh, love yourself, fruity as things. Self love is doing the things that you know you need to do and respecting yourself. You know, being like, I'm gonna do this much work today. I'm gonna send these many outreaches. I'm gonna put out this many marketing content. I'm gonna work reps. Whatever the case is. That's self love. But self love, the way it's been, the self improvement community has made it fruity. Has made it because I feel like each version of self improvement that comes out from each unique person has become a softer but more convincing way that you become more successful if you do it. And then they tell you, yes, do this, but then you then have to go back and do the hard thing because it's like, yeah, Dave Goggins, all that, all that. And I'm like, I have nothing against running and all that. I love running, man. I haven't done it in a long time, which makes me sound hypocritical, but I really love running and I should go back. Like, I really should go back. I miss it. Anyways, that's why you create a cycle of highs and lows. Like, that's why it's like that. And most addictions come from that, from weed, porn, whatever the case is. Like, most addiction come from that, from the fact that the self-love that you pursue for yourself is not self-respect, does not have self-respect. It's like self-love, I want to feel good. The old saying, oh, pretty girls just want to have fun. That's basically your kind of self-love, whereby you just want to feel good. But your self-love should be based more on the fact of self-respect, whereby, hey, I said I'm going to do this, I do it. That's it. I'm gonna do these many push-ups. I'm gonna talk to the beautiful girl. I'm gonna do whatever I said I'm gonna do, and you do it. That's how you develop self-love. Next, how to set meaningful external goals to have progress in your life. So instead of focusing on proving yourself for your own sake, set goals that are external to yourself, goals that you truly care about. Whether it's building a business, advancing in a career, or even starting a family. When you have a goal that you love, you naturally grow. That's the key thing here. I want people to understand that you naturally grow if you work on something that you really love. Most people get into a business that they only want to do because they want to get to 10K per month as quick as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that, making money as quick as possible. But it's best that you work on something that you truly enjoy and no. It's best that you work on something that you truly believe that you're making an impact in the world. And I'm not saying that you're changing the world and like, yeah, changing the world for the better, of curing world hunger. Look at me saying curing cancer and solving world hunger. No, but you're playing a role that you truly believe that when you're 90 and you're about to leave this world, you can say, "Hey, I'm leaving this world better than I found it." For me, it's softwares that work with meaningful projects. Let me say that. Let me rather say that because these B2C softwares that I created, that I am about to create, whereby it's gonna be directly for mental health, it's gonna be for students, so on and so forth. But there's gonna be other softwares whereby I created because it's gonna be B2B2C, whereby it's a business owner that works with something that is meaningful and impactful. You hear my point? That I enjoy. I wake up like I naturally wake up at 5 because I wanna do that. Because I want to do that. And I naturally read because I'm like, hey, I wanna level up and I wanna be able to market my things and get a better ROI on my marketing. So let me level up my skills by reading this book. Let me go through this course. Let me listen to a Mozi. Let me listen to this person, so on and so forth. You get my point. I naturally gravitate towards leveling up because I know that I need to become a specific type of person for me to achieve the specific goal that I have for myself. You get my point? Hence why goal setting is very, very important. But don't just goal set like I want 1 million per month. Number one, you have to be very vivid and specific on why you want 1 million per month, on why it's important, on what are you going to do with it once you get it. That's the important thing. But number two, you also have to set goals on the inputs on how you're going to get that million. Are you going to set 50 outreaches, 100 outreaches? Or if it's a health goal, are you going to go to the gym 3 times, 4 times a week, 5 times, 6 times a week, 7 times a week? Are you going to lift heavy weights? Are you going to lift do cardio every day once you're done lifting heavy weights, so on and so forth? You have to, first off, vividly define your goal. Second off, define what it's impacting and what it means to you. And then define how your earnings from that impact is going to help you in your personal life. It can be fulfillment, like so on and so forth, but also it can be like, hey, I'm going to retire my mother. Hey, I'm going to do this for my family. Hey, I'm going to provide, I want to build shelters, kickboxing gyms, so on and so forth. You get my point. So, yeah, that's that. The next one, pardon me, identity and consciousness in shaping your behavior. If you do not believe that you deserve it, then you will not get it. You have to believe, number one, that you deserve it, and you have to do everything in your power to change your mindset for the better. Because if you truly don't believe that you deserve it, then you're just gonna plateau or hit a wall somewhere or somehow or some. Like you're just gonna fuck it up. That's it. Self belief is a very powerful thing in your life, and if you do not change that about yourself, you're gonna just keep hitting a brick wall. I'd recommend Nightingale to improve your mindset. The Strange Secret, that's the name of the book. Listen to it when you're going to the gym, when you're driving, whatever you're doing. But when you have free time, just listen to it every day. Maybe not, I listen to it every day, and it constantly reminds me of how my mind plays a huge role in my success. Because the brain is all you have in your control. You understand? That's all you have in your control. You cannot control Trump getting shot. You can't control whatever catastrophe is happening in this world. You can't control, like, you genuinely really can't control anything. You can't control what even happens to you. You can't control getting hit by a car, getting struck by lightning, even having a heart attack. I drink so much coffee, yeah, and I really can't control me having a heart attack. Can I, by extension, can I reduce the coffee to improve my cardiovascular health is very great, but reduce the chances of me getting a heart attack? Yes. But overall, I still can't control it because it can just happen just like that and it's over. Who knows? But you can control this. This is the best thing in your life. This biggest thing between your heads. Most people don't use it, frankly enough, and people assume that they use it, but they don't. They really don't. And go listen to All Night and Gay. You realize what I mean when I say that. Next, why true change comes from love beyond the self. The most powerful motivation can from for change comes from not self-love but for love for something or someone else. Think of a parent who quits smoking the moment they find out they're going to have a child, or an entrepreneur who cuts out all distractions because they are passionate about the business. When you love something more than you love yourself, you do whatever it takes to protect it, and that's where the real lasting change happens. Like I just said, working on something that really means something, or having a goal that's meaningful, and not just being like, I want 10K. Like I get it, you want money, but having a meaningful goal that you can look towards and aim for, it's gonna change you. It's gonna forcefully change you. You're gonna need willpower to change you, and you're gonna need specific habits to implement. But when you have a meaningful goal, it's natural. You just feel wrong not working towards improving yourself to get that goal. You understand? Things like watching Netflix. The only kind of show I watch now is Suits, and I barely watch it fully because I only watch it when I'm eating. As soon as I'm done eating, I switch it off and I go back to working. I read books. I play chess. I play around with physics and arithmetic so that I can improve my brain function. Like having to improve yourself comes from, okay, I have a meaningful goal. I have a North Star that I'm chasing, and I need to become the type of guy who can achieve that North Star. You get my point? That's more important than anything you can ever imagine. And yeah, that's it. You know what you gotta do, man. Like, there's nothing else I'm gonna tell you. Like, after if you've watched this and you listen to me very carefully and you understand what I just said, you know what you gotta do. Go do it. And if you don't know what you gotta do, find someone who has done it before, copy them, and iterate to your own authenticity. You understand? Like, test. I'm not saying stop waking up at 5 a.m., but test what works for you. Is it waking up at 5 a.m.? I get it. Some people have jobs, some people have school, so on and so forth. And maybe for a short period of time, you'll have to wake up earlier so that you can provide yourself, so that you can have more freedom to test different unique methods whereby you can wake up at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. and walk out through the whole night. And you get my voice. So, yeah, I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and I'll see you at the top. Cheers.